Woo! Yo and hello. How's everybody doing? It is Friday, 7222. Giving 7222. Groot, quiet. Can you not bark right now? We just turned on the camera, man. Um, Thank you guys for joining. Really appreciate it. Friday, evening. I thought I'd run this little live before all those great shows come on at like 8, 9 o'clock. Like Friday nights are just full of live collaborations, because Carlos is on and gosh, who else? I don't know. It'll come to me in a minute. But there's tons of channels that just light up around 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So want to come on early. I thought I'd do a live. I want to get a guest. I just didn't have time this week to coordinate that. I will be working on probably trying to keep a weekly live going. Although next week we might skip because of the national. I'll see. We'll see. I might have to go. I don't know. We'll see. We'll wing it. This channel just wings it. But what I did want to do today is I wanted to kind of comment on some of the videos I would normally comment on tomorrow morning, which I'm not going to put out a daily video tomorrow. So I thought I'd comment those and kind of take some questions and feedback from the audience. So if you guys have comments or feedback, please drop those in here. I hope I'm seeing feedback. Can somebody just do a test comment so I can make sure I'm seeing comments? Because right now I only see my comment. But that could be the way things are, man. Okay, let's go ahead. Can I share my screen? How do I share my screen? Oh, give me a second, guys. It's going to take me a second here. It's been a while. Share screen. Yeah, share the screen. Sharing. Okay, boom. Okay, so I want to talk about a couple of videos. This one, I think, is a good video for me to start off because if you're new to my channel, if you've never heard of me, I know there's a lot of new subscribers to the channel. Two things about me. Number one, I'm not here for making money off of sponsors, and you can't buy my channel. I'm not going to do selective placement of product. I'm going to say the honest truth about how I feel about stuff, right? If I use it, I'm going to show you I use it. Number two, I cannot stand repack products. Now, the repack product is probably one that goes back further than the Facebook, profiting or, YouTube stuff. I mean, I haven't liked repack products forever. So this content creator, Hobby Hound, which I like, I subscribed and shared his information, put out a video on these packs he's doing. And look, I'll make this a short story. There are no good mystery. There's no good retail packs. None of them are. Ultimately, in my opinion, every repack product is a way to get rid of something you don't want to spend the time selling, right? Because if it really had value, you'd sell it, okay? Even if you had one item that has value, the other 15 items you put in there don't. So like overall, every item that you go into these mystery repack products, we all know that every one of them does not have value or the value that's assumed, right? So that's my first problem. It's just a way to basically profit off of somebody. And then you're going to say, Ziggy, what if it's for charity or what if it's for under the value? Nope, still don't care. I don't care. It's still, you're going to slide stuff in there that shouldn't be in there. Let me give you an example. Repack products are a great place to put trimmed, altered, fake cards. Really great place. Oh, I just got this free pack, man. I didn't know where I got it from. Oh, you know what I'm saying? It's a great place for it. And I'll give you an example. I actually bought a repack product at the last national that I attended back in 2016. The product was called Breakers Row. Right? Everybody heard about this? It's a repack, a box. I think it was $99. I saw a guy walk up and he bought one and he pulled a Michael Jordan 23 autograph. And I was like, bam! I bought one, the next one, not his, because he told me that. Well, if you just bought the one before me, you would have had the Michael Jordan. And I opened up a Russell Wilson rookie autograph, Inception. Now, fast forward. That card just came back to me the other day as altered. Yeah, altered. Think about that. 6 years later, repack haunting me. Now, guys, let me say this, and I really appreciate. Look, let me say this before I go check comments here. I really appreciate the fact that what's his name? Oh, see, I got to refresh this. That Hobby Hound responded to my comment. He didn't. He blocked me. He put a really nice response there, right? And again, I'll just say this. I had this the same conversation kind of with Run Good Life, right? And told him I don't like his repack product. And he told me how great his is, and he's got great value and everything. Guys, I'm not here to argue about how great your product is, right? There's 1,000 scams that happen in repack products. So I'll say this in closing on the repack product, and I'll go check comments. Even a good repack product, even the one of best intents, is a model to criminals on how to take advantage of that. You see what I'm saying? So if you see it being done, you're like, huh. You know what I mean? Like, leave the packing to the professionals. Let's just let manufacturers pack products. Let's just not go there. I mean, it's already everybody's doing their own grading, right? And anybody can break. So I don't want anybody to be packing too. Does that make sense? I'm going to go ahead and stop my share. I'm going to go over here and check and see if I got any comments. Oh, I got some comments. So things are working. Test. What's up? Thank you. Good. Hey, man. Ola from South Korea. Thank you very much. So I'll open the mic. If anybody wants to comment. In fact, I'll even open the mic like this, man. If anybody wants to come to the show, wants to join the show, join the link below. I'll let anybody on. Now, I want to point out something. I'm wearing my Sports Card Investor shirt. This is a great opportunity for my adversaries to take a shot at me for the hypocrisy right now. Because as I rant here about repack products, it came to my light recently that Jeff endorsed, did a commercial, supported, encouraged a DAPS repack product. Did you guys see this? It was on Instagram. The Sports Card Investigator saw that because that's what he does, man. He sent it to me. Sent it to me a few days ago, and I was like, man, I'm extremely disappointed. Now I'll tell you guys, since then, just so you know, if you're paying attention, I actually reached out to Jeff to talk to him. Haven't heard back. Probably won't, especially now that this video is going to get out there. Probably not going to talk to me now. But if I see him in National, I'm going to make a comment about this. Repacks are bad, guys. This is horrible. We don't need leaders or perceived leaders in the hobby endorsing repack products. It just, again, I want you to explain to me how any repack product is good. And I'm looking for that debate, that conversation. I'm going to have that with other people. I'm going to continue this because I really do think it's something that the hobby just is a better place without repacks, right? The hobby would be a better place without trimmed cards, right? Don't you agree? It still happens. People are still repacking. Trimming goes on, but repacking and trimming are in the same category as me. They're both, why don't you just go fill the packs up at the Walmart too, right? Hey, open it. If you don't like it, send it back, get your refund. I mean, it's just a slippery slope of like unethical space in my mind. I take a lot of pride in packing, and it's always a nice day when I get feedback. Now, nice my packaging is. Are we talking about your repacks, Grunt Dad, Sports Dad? Because if you have repacks, I'm not a fan. So my point is, let me just go back to this. Hobby Hound, you do what you do, boo. There's several people I've stopped following over repacks. Am I going to stop following Hobby Hound over this? I don't know. I'll think about it. I probably won't. I like him. I want to help his channel. I don't like the repacks. That really bothers me. Like I told you, I don't like Sports Card Investor right now because I found out that I'm endorsing the repack product. So there will be a video where we're going to see the destruction of the shirt. I mean that. So I'm putting this on video now and live. I'm very disappointed in that. I really have just to discuss for repacks. Because again, I guess I think of it like this. I have kids, and repacks a perfect way to scam children. You see how well they did in that repack, man? You should go buy one. Get $20 for your dad. You're going to love it. You get some good cards in it. There's just so many shady things about it, man. I'm just not a fan. What's up, Ziggy? Man, Genie Collection. Man, thank you for being here. Man, this is a true OG right there. Man, Genie Collection. I don't know how you feel about repacks, John. God, I hope you don't like them. It's one of these things where it's like a religion to me. When I find out you're a repack supporter, it's like, well, we're going to have to just agree to disagree. It's just passionately, I cannot stand repack products. I really can't. They drive me crazy. Hey, good evening. What's up, Fox Crew Cards? Man, I love this, guys. Love your channel. Love your passion. I don't know which part of the crew is there, but big fan. If you guys, listen, first of all, I'll say this too. If anybody wants to drop your link, Kamikaze, Grunt Dad, Brendan, I don't care who you are, drop your link, self-promote, chat within the chat. This channel is for you guys. I also dropped the link there. If you want to come on the channel and join me, say a little bit of who you are, you're welcome to do that, right? I really encourage that. I'm all about trying to help. I find most things in the hobby ridiculous. He says, yes. Okay, let me talk about the next video I want to talk about here. The next video, I got to share this video with you guys. This one's a funny one. Okay, you're going to love this. Hold on a second. We're going to go to that warp again. We're on a space warp. And then, okay. I hope you guys can hear this.
Love. Maybe not for the reasons that they think I love it, but they keep showing me ads that I like to see, and I saw it pretty interesting whatnot wanted. It shows me that not only are the people whatnot make Pokemon specific ads or completely out of touch with Pokemon fan base. They don't get what they're talking about. I don't care how many experts they say they got on staff. I don't care what they say they got going on that stuff, man. They do not know what is going on this website when it comes to Pokemon. Let me show you what I mean to be exact. It's not really a cardinal sin or anything, but it's pretty damn funny. Let's watch this. I'm thinking on Pokemon. All right, I was about to take a big old ski crap all over whatnot, but that.
Okay, first of all, let me just pause this. You're watching Opossum Bud, who is a Pokemon guy, but he makes some really great, sharp, witty videos. And this one, he happens to make fun of Mojo Break. Now, look, Mojo Break, as we know in the sports card community, is a funny guy. I'm not going to knock Mojo Break. He's got his issues. go check them out, whatever you want to do. What's funny is, I think this does show the hypocrisy in this Whatnot app. Like, I don't like the Whatnot app. But here you have a sports card guy trying to pretend like he knows Pokemon. And this is hilarious because the Pokemon guy just is going to chew him up. Just this, listen.
Actually, they nailed the Pokemon demographic pretty well. This guy wearing a sports ball jersey, that dude is the one that knows Pokemon cards extremely well. They nailed it. They got it. The actual Pokemon fans themselves. I mean, I know it's always going to say, you can wear whatever you want to be a Pokemon fan. I completely get that, and I understand. But you also need to understand that this is a Pokemon-themed card commercial right here for Whatnot. And this is the demographic right here they chose to have represent that. I just want you to get that, want you to understand. Look at that, and then look at what cards are coming up. And it'll
watch this.
Watch it. Makes sense, my pals. Here we go. I'm going to win. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to win. Let's freaking go. I mean, where the fuck do I begin with this one? So what are they bidding on right there? Mojo Sports, by the way. I'm sure they're a fantastic person. Once again, perfect demographic representing Pokemon card communities and all that good stuff, right? Bidding on what looks like to be a Tapu Fini GX from Burning Shadows. I wonder how much that got up to when they were done. See, it hovered for $2 for a little bit. Most people, that's pretty good. What did it cut to right before they actually won? $5. Ooh, I bet that card sells for that much. You know, Tapu Fini, the card that most people, whenever they're going for Burning Shadows, they're looking for the Rainbow Charizard. That's the chase card. They'll pull 100.
Okay, I'll go ahead and pause this right here. Let me just say, I'll leave a link or whatever. I really, again, what's funny about this is looking at the perception, guys, of a Pokemon guy at a sports card person. So as a sports card person, this is how I felt 2 years ago when all these people came into the hobby and they're like, look at this. It's a 2019 Prism LeBron James. Prism's the best band. But Prism's the best band. It's the best brand. And it's LeBron in a Lakers jersey. Man, this is going to be worth money. And I felt just like this card, the Tapu Fini, going, man, I went through 1,000 of Tapu Fini / LeBron James in his Laker jersey to try to find one silver Prism that I was looking for. It's so interesting, right? Do you see that parody? And again, the fact that Mojo is feeding it, man, I don't know. Just, I was very, very entertained by this. Let me see if I got any comments on this. Any feedback, thoughts? Let's go back to the chat. And what are we going to talk about next? Coming up next. Oh, I know what we're going to talk about next. Another good topic coming up next. Let's see what we got here. Man, these days, what card companies put in packs is about as bad as we thought. It is, but look, at least, I mean, you're right. But they're not doing it like, I can't explain this. It's like trying to explain evolution, I guess, or, creationism, depending on which way you go. Manufacturers, as crooked as they are, as watered down as they are, we as the consumer have let them do that to us, right? Because we have allowed them to take the autographs and the game use material and we keep buying their garbage. But we at least trust that when they're sealing it and packaging it and distributing it, it's done fairly. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's all fixed too, right? Backyard breaks. Boy, if that's the case, then tell me how there should be a community for investing. Okay, let's see. I am with you on repacks. Just lazy way. It is. That's the biggest problem, guys. It is a lazy way. Here's what I love. You want a repack product and give it away to kids? All for that. All day long. Big fan of that. Repack. You got cards you don't want to give away? Give them to charities. Give them to kids, man. You don't need to make nickels and dimes off those cards. Really, you don't. Dollars, whatever you're making. Please don't do that. Think about other ways, right? I mean, again, by repacking, you're teaching kids to do that too, and then they're going to start repacking stuff they shouldn't be repacking, right? You find your son repacking McDonald's Happy Meals, man. You don't want that happening. Okay, next video is on an interesting topic. I don't need to play the video on this one. Maybe just talk through this. This is from AIH Sports, and it actually, in fairness, was brought to my attention by Lucas Tigers and Bronze, and this is about Fanatics, right? Fanatics is selling graded cards, specifically a PSA 9 Hoops Zion card for $150. This is one of many examples of outrageously priced cards that Fanatics is doing. So playing devil's advocate here. First of all, I think it's horrible, right? But I'm not surprised. I mean, again, we, the consumer, have let this happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no organization, there's no fan club that's like getting together, and we're not pushing back as consumers. We need to do more of that. But we've let this happen to where I don't know if we can change it at this point, if that makes sense. Okay? If I think about, let me see if I can find AIH's comment here. I'm drawing a quick blank here on what my point was going to be. Okay, let me give you an example. Fanatics also sells jerseys that are autographed and framed, and they sell them for pretty expensive prices. But you could buy a jersey for, I don't know, whatever the price is. I'll see a licensed jersey for $150. You could go to a stadium and get an autograph, or go to a signing, get the signing done, and you could frame it yourself and all save money, right? So that is cheaper than what they're doing. But we accept that. Like in collectibles, we accept these exorbitant high margins on stuff. I guess because we go, oh, the craftsmanship of that, or oh, I love the display. It's kind of interesting. Like I'm thinking about like displays of card displays as well. Like if you take some cards and put in a really good display, oh, it's worth more money. So I'm not knocking Fanatics. I guess I'm playing devil's advocate. But what does bother me, I think what's more important than Fanatics doing that, because they've been doing that forever with the, what is it called? The memorabilia, is the fact that I think this is the first time you're going to have a manufacturer, Fanatics, who's doing that, right? Like Topps, Upper Deck, Fleer. I know they did repack or buyback products, right, where they bought stuff back, but I don't think they listed graded cards on their website for sale. And I think that is the bigger issue, right? It's not about the variation in price difference, correct? It's more the kind of blending of, hey, you're going to make the card and you're going to sell it graded like that. I don't know. That to me bothers me more. So hopefully that makes sense. I do have another video I want to talk about. Let's go back here and check the chat out. I guess I could highlight some of these. That way we can read them together. Hi, buddy. Told you to check our channel. Sports Card Weekly, man. Thanks for stopping by. Big fan of your channel, by the way. Really, look, if you guys haven't checked them out, I have not talked about Sports Cards Weekly. I was talking about them next week on Monday. Did a great video today on his interview with Gary Vee. And I have to tell you, man, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It's funny. I did try to do something like that a few years ago. I did this conversation with Adam Lefko when Adam Lefko did his top 10 lessons in the hobby. And I kind of like helped him out. You got to check out the Gary Vee interview is great. Well done, Sports Cards Weekly, and I look forward to more content from you, weekly or not, man. I'm just super excited, guys. So check him out. Really good content there. A lot of good content creators here. Let's see. I feel the same with subscription boxes. Okay, great comment, Grunt Sports Dad. I have felt the same way about subscription boxes as well. However, I'm going to give you the credit. It's kind of, you have to really trust the creator there. Like I know there's the Band of Brothers, right? Or Brothers in Cards or whatever. And then Filmington does a box. Filmington has a really great reputation. And I do remember, now I don't know if he still does this, but he used to do videos where he would show you the pack out. So he'd show you opening the boxes of the hobby box. He'd show you dropping the packs in the box, which I like that. I want to say Brothers or Bands of Brothers did that as well. That's something I definitely think you need to look at it. You need to look into people who do that because packs can be resold, packs can be weighted. Hot boxes can be found. For example, you might open a case, get the case out, and then sell the rest of the cards. So there's a lot of shady stuff people can do. But I agree with you. Subscription boxes are a concern, but man, repacks are so much worse in my opinion. I used to think funny how a different dealer every year always had the biggest hits. Emoji, I'm not right. I don't know, man. First of all, let me just say, Brendan, by the way, is I want to thank you for the artwork I've been using on my thumbnails, man. I think that's why my subscribers have been coming, to the artwork. He does some phenomenal artwork. Check him out on Instagram. Does some phenomenal stuff, man. Really big fan. I don't know. I'll tell you this. I've always suspected that the manufacturers have to know where big hits are in their products. They have to, for a lot of reasons. For tracking, from when they say send me the UPC code. Why do they ask for the UPC code? They want to know what was in the box with it, right? QA. So I've always been suspect to it. Do I think there's corruption in it? I don't know. Again, I don't know. Do I think, I don't think Panini would be sending the best cases to Backyard Breaks. I don't think that'd be in their best interest. I do think it's interesting that a lot of the big hits are in breaks, though, right? That is good and bad. I really wish, here's what I'd love to see driven out of this, is we need a hit counter. Someone needs to have a hit tracker that tracks some of these hits. We look at big hits and we go, oh, but I want to get, where was the big hit pulled from? What was the condition of the card? And I don't need like the condition like pristine, but show me a picture of it, the patch, or what it looked like, right? And then also, give me the numbering, serial number. I'd like that to be in a hit tracker. Well, I love these comments. Keep them coming, guys. We'll just talk about this stuff. Evening, excited Friday night, Ziggy. Hope everyone has an awesome start. Hey, DR, really appreciate you. You have great feedback, man. You're always helping out on Twitter. Big fan. I forget what your Twitter handle is, so drop it down below so people can follow you on Twitter. Again, please. Pollinate, friends. Pollinate. Share your IG. Share your Twitters. Share your pages, channels. Drop a link below. Leave comments later on. This is all about the community. In fact, like I said, the one thing I'm loving right now is I really like getting kind of flashlight on the good and the bad in the hobby. Hopefully, one thing I'm going to work on if I get to nationals, trying to build some bridges, some that I lit on fire. Not that I think I shouldn't lit them on fire, but I think sometimes having a bridge is better than a fire. So we'll talk about that later. Fox Screw. Let's see. What did Fox Screw say? Make total nonsense. And kind of lame. Makes total sense and kind of lame. Yep. Contemplating a Nat Turner card. I thought you had one of those. You know, you should. You should. Absolutely. You know what I saw being ripped today, by the way, was Elevate Sports Cards was opening YouTube influencers, which were in the millions. And it made me think of that little project we're talking about. Okay. I think Fanatics has realized over the last year that they brought out the top and they're going to continue to squeeze as much profit. I tell you what, I would love to give anybody at Fanatics a free hour of consulting. I'd give you 2 or 3 because they are in a unique position. I don't think they know what they have yet. I don't think they have the right people in position yet. I mean, the gentleman, the CEO, just got in position, a few months ago. In executive roles like that, it normally takes a few quarters. You got to give a guy some guidance, give him some direction, give him some metrics. And normally a year later, you expect to see some change. I know it sounds terrible, but that's kind of how slow things are. So I still keep hearing rumors that Fanatics is going to buy Panini, although that hasn't happened. I do think that will help. And I think once that is done, whether that happens or not, I think that will add, that'll help to kind of figure out stuff. But I'm still optimistic with Fanatics. I'm still optimistic on the direction hobby because, again, if they do it right, if they really get the players and the fans involved, players and fans, the businessmen will do very well. I just don't want all the businessmen making all the decisions only, if that makes sense. Wow, I see some great faces in here. Fox Crew. I thought KMG had a really good box. Again, there are some guys. There are some. KMG, I forget who they were. Can't remember the name, but you can drop the name below. Again, repacks? No. Subscription boxes? I don't know. You got to buyer beware in a way? I don't know. I don't buy much new stuff, but if I did, I wouldn't mess with subscription boxes. Seems like they absolutely are. And then that's what I'm saying. Just get them from somebody you trust. I trust Filmington. I've seen his boxes and we built them. I trust him. I think his rookie explosion is a good thing. I also see he can do it lucratively and make it profitable, make it fun. I mean, so I'm not going to knock it. I just also see how they could be done improperly. Now you're saying, well, Ziggy, what about repacks? Well, that's the problem. In my opinion, too many repacks are done improperly. I mean, there is randomness in the sense that you assume he's putting a pack made from a manufacturer into a random box that he didn't alter or touch. But if you know the contents of the box from every card that's going in there, that takes away the randomness completely, and that concerns me with the repacks. I'll leave it at that. Great to see you, Sensi Domino. I don't have my glasses on. Another great channel. I'm skeptical about Pac-Man cards. He consistently hits his nice cards. Oh, I agree, man. It's so funny you say that. He does. Especially on the first line. And here's another thought I have with that, right? You can't tell me that at the Panini warehouse, when first of the line auctions start and the price is at $30,000 for the box, and it's got a floor of $1,000, that when this first orders come off at a 30 and 15, at the high numbers, that Panini's not picking the boxes that are the hottest. Tell me I'm wrong. Like, you got to believe that. I know it's a conspiracy theory, but I do believe that. Like, especially with National Treasures, they're going to make so many cases. A guy's going to pay $30,000. You're telling me you're going to walk over there and stick in his box a garbage? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but that is one that definitely concerns me. And this is why, sports cards are investments. Great places to put your money. Extreme, what's up, Ziggy? Everyone finally got a chance to catch a live stream with you, man. Extreme, big fan of yours. So Extreme's another person's on tonight. So Extreme's on, I think, from 9 o'clock late. Definitely recommend listening. Big fan of his channel. Puts out great content. I mean, look, I try to put out every day new content creators and stuff that's relative or it's going to help you. And Extreme puts out stuff almost every freaking day that's relative or going to help you. So I really appreciate that, man. Good stuff. Henry, hey, Zig. You go to National. I realize looking overseas cards, Venezuela's cards would be a good look due to the closed borders. Huh. I realized that looking for overseas cards, Venezuela cards would be a good look. Interesting. I didn't even realize that, but you're right. I will tell you, who was I watching? I think it was Andrew was talking to Brian, and they were talking about soccer cards in Africa and the importance of them there. Like some just, I don't want to misquote it, but how some soccer players have a lot of influence that can stop wars, but yet we see no value in those players, those cards. So it's just niche-y outside the United States. Americans are weird. We're very weird people. Am I going national? I'm still 50-50. I'm like a coin flip. It really depends. If I go, I'm going to go up Thursday. I'm going to go up Thursday and come back Friday or go up Thursday and come back Friday, or I'll go up Thursday and maybe come back Friday. I don't know. That's my plan, but I'm not sure yet. Let's see right here. Yes, exactly. Overtime right there, man. Fanatics. But there's a couple more things I want to talk about. Panini laughing at the hobby. Yep. Oh, you know what I want to talk about. Another quick video here. I don't need to necessarily play this video for you. This is from Ripping One-Handed. Okay, so I'm going to share a couple videos real quickly. Let me just flip over here. Share. Oh, I'm so slow at this stuff. Okay, Ripping One-Handed. Huge fan. Guys, if you can, help this guy break 1,000. It's only 500 and something. This guy's one of my favorite guys. I love his stories. He does so many good things. If you have any Abbott cards, is it John Abbott, Bob Abbott, the pitcher, the one-handed guy? Send those cards to him. He sends those to Abbott. Abbott signs them for him, and then he gives those to kids. It's one of the best things I've ever heard, man. Really, one of the best things I've ever heard. Anyway, he's doing a charity as well. There's a book he has. You get a signed Abbott card and a signed book from him too. But here's my point. He opens up 2 mega boxes. Then he goes back and gets some retail boxes, all from the same store. And he pulls almost the exact same rookies. Justin Fields. Justin Fields is in both mega boxes. Justin Fields is in the retail, not nice silver, just base cards. And a lot of Packer cards. And I'm starting to think, don't you think these cards are maybe sent regionally? Right? Like he's up in that regional area, I think the Wisconsin area, Minnesota. So that's another thing. There's just so many clues out there where I think if a hit tracker could start telling you where it was pulled from, what was the hit? Oh, do you notice a pattern here? Looks like these NT boxes are very loaded. Looks like all the single digits have been pulled. You know what I'm saying? Hit tracker, man. Just think about it. If we had a hit tracker app, wouldn't it be cool? Like put it up on a board. You can watch it at night or Friday on Wednesdays when products rip. It'd be watching hits blow up on the board. Boing, 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 boing. You'd see China lighten up first because they get the products early. Boing, 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 boing. This is back before COVID, of course. Man, hit tracker. Who's with me? Oh, real quickly, while I'm just sitting here throwing out random ideas, I'm also looking to put together a private Zoom meeting, just like Gary Vee did, for content creators to kind of brainstorm ideas like this. Just stuff that, like, I get a lot of ideas that I can't follow through on all, but I'd like to share with others. I'm sure others have ideas and kind of bat them around, and I just think it'd be kind of cool and help each other too. Help each other as well. So anyway, just something else I'm kind of throwing out there. Other video, I'm going to share this one. Oh yeah, I got this one. Check this out. This one I think is funny. Listen to this.
Printing plate is Brooke Lopez. These are all one-of-ones, technically. Nikola Jokic out of 99. This is game worn. Very cool century material.
Is it?
All right, we have out of 25, nice patch, Gerald Wallace. That is also game worn.
Game worn.
All right, this is Lasting Legacies out of 25, Chris Levert. Let's see, also game worn. So I want to say all of the veteran patches are game worn, or veteran material is game worn. At least
you want to say, but I'll be careful, Jeff. I like you. You probably shouldn't say that.
So far, that's all I've seen. All right, Joshua Primo, an RPA at 49. So one of the cool things about this year's National Treasure is all the RPAs are vertical. For some reason, the hobby loves vertical cards, and horizontal cards are kind of like the stepchild. So that's the product development team did all the true RPAs vertical. So this is really cool at 49.
Okay, do you notice how like he paused there? Because he's not talking about game worn anymore, right? He wanted you to know about it being vertical. And I feel for him. So in my mind, I was thinking to myself, Jeff is sitting there going, damn, I can't believe it's not game worn. Because you know the collector in you, Jeff, is thinking that. And I just said that, guys, if you know Jeff was on Pack Geek. He is Pack Geek. Ran it for years. Big fan. Really like his channel. He's part of Bench Clear. And he joined Panini. And I don't want to bust his balls here too much because I really like him. And I understand. But I thought this video was really telling because you have the reps in there. And I want to tell you all the vet stuff is game worn. But be careful because maybe it's not. They've had enough problems with their patches and their stitches and everything. Okay, anything else I want to talk about? Oh, I thought this was a cool video. I'll go back and check comments in a moment. But this is a cool video. This is from George Wiley. He does a video on PSA. He does his bulk submissions. The interesting thing was he has all these silvers and he gets one base card back. It's like, where the hell this base card came from? I didn't send this base card like this right here. Got a base 9. He gets 12 9s, 17 10s. Here's a cool thing. Do you know who this is? Do you know who George Wiley is? You're going to go, Ziggy, I have no idea this guy is. This is the dude that put out the video right here, The Dark Side of Collecting, about a year ago with 158,000 subscribers. Man, have you not heard this video? It's an interesting video. He goes in the dark side of sports cards. And then he has a recent update that didn't do quite as well. He has 616 views about his road to recovery. But that was interesting because you can sense. Look, I'll put it this way: he basically admits he's like an alcoholic when it comes to sports cards. And then here in the mail 2 months ago, a bunch of booze shows up. I'd be pissed too. And I'm not trying to be mean. I understand, man. We all fight our addictions. Okay, last quick video. I thought this was interesting, man. I did think this one was interesting. I just think it's worth paying attention to because, again, this kind of supports my whole thing with the fake cards. We need something because, again, there are people who are tracking these patches and stuff, but we need to do a better job in the community. Hit tracker. Oh, real quickly. Last point I'll make. And then I'm going to go back check out chat. Really enjoyed this conversation. I know you're saying Ziggy, but it's card later. I like people, all people. Chris and Christina are good in this video. They talk about women in the hobby, and this is my point to this. I thought Chris made a really good point that you can't force your significant other to be in the hobby. You kind of have to show them their own path. You have to listen to this. He actually makes a really good point, which made me think about women in the hobby. And it's over here, and I'm looking at the channel, and I do wish more people supported women in the hobby. And I'll tell you this. After watching the Reckless video, I reached out to both Sam and I reached out to Courtney. And I said, I want to do more. I'm a dude in the hobby. I'm a white dude in the hobby. How can I help more? And I don't know exactly how, but they gave me some suggestions, and I'm going to follow up on them. But I also want to say to you guys, my audience, my friends, I want you to do more too, man. If you guys can, help this channel break 1,000 subs. I think that's like the least it can do because I know you don't believe this now. It's not about monetizing, but breaking that 1,000 barrier gets them into a lot different algorithm on the searches and stuff. Things will take off for them faster. It also shows some sub love. So I'm going to just close here by saying, if you can do one sub today that you haven't done before, go sub for Women in the Hobby. And if you have a woman collector out there, a friend of yours, and don't force it on them, but if they're doing collecting, cultivate that, encourage it. I don't care if they collect Pokemon or WWE or whatever it might be, cultivate that, right? Because what I think Women in the Hobby could do too is could expand that to other hobbies. Could be, like I was watching Raven Rips, could be Living Dead dolls. She collects WWE cards and Living Dead dolls. So anyway, that's my last little rant. I'm going to go back and check the comments. Where am I now? Okay, we can catch up here. Okay, devil's advocate. But if Fanatics' goal is to not make the card industry better, but actually push people towards digital collectibles, it'd be much cheaper to manufacture. You know, D-Team, that's a very interesting comment. Not a bad one at all. I know people don't want to hear this, but I do think NFTs and digital is the future in a way. In fact, again, I'm going to spend 1 minute on this, okay? I'm looking at the clock right now. Okay, Funko Pop NFTs is a phenomenal project because what they do is they combine collecting with actual redeemable item at the end. So, for example, could you imagine if any Fanatics drops a pack where you go get the pack and you collect a set, right? Just like the physical ones, right? But in the pack, you could get an actual redemption for an instant blaster box or an instant hobby box. Or maybe there's a case of Prism available, right? Or even better, when you complete the set, you get an exclusive printed set. So, for example, in Funko Pop, when you complete the set of Funkos, you get one of the minted to, I think it's under 2,600 or less Funko Pop. So could you imagine that if you complete a set of Panini Prism NFTs, you get a physical set minted to however number of people completed that set in the time period, you get that number minted to you, right? That's a good blending, I think. And then I also think you can blend those NFTs with player experiences, right? So you might have an NFT, you complete the set, you get a set in the mail, and then you also get to go to your local stadium and get an autograph redemption or something. So I think you're right, D-Team. I think Fanatics, it's not that they're trying to get rid of sports cards. I think there's a limit to where they're going to be in the future. You don't want them overprinting them, right? You want more collectability. Hey, Granddad Sports Cards, Overdue Night. Yes, check it out. I'm going to move through these fast, promoting sub boxes for the rarest cards on the planet. That may be pulled by DK. Head to Cooperstown tomorrow, Hall of Fame the weekend. Oh, man, that's cool. That would be really cool, man. I think you're working on a channel, aren't you, DR? And when you do, please let us know. Definitely be sharing that with the community. Unfortunately, I'm not live now. Okay, not live tonight. But check out his channel, man. Always got great content. Everyone, sir. Even sir, hope you all are doing well. Something sports cards. Great to see you. Thank you very much for stopping by. Really, man, it's awesome. Jim Abbott, Zach, thank you so much. I'm going John, Bob, Bill. It's Jim Abbott. Thank you very much. Also, just want to give a huge thanks. Back when I did a live every morning show, it was such a great experience. Roll is quite upside down. Cheers. Hey, man, DR, thank you. Those were the days, man. I used to get up in the morning and do kind of this live show. And it was fun. I was isolated at the time. Things have just changed. I thought about doing it again. It's just hard to do it in the morning. So I get the recorded show out, and I just got so many great memories from that, man. Did anyone see Hungry Man's video? He had a relic card with missing relics or something. No, I did not. Drop link below, please. I did not see that. I've seen some crazy stuff like that. Interesting idea. Thank you. Reminds me of another regional game. Huge scandal. Oh, that's right. You know, Granddad, I'm glad you brought that up, because here's one thing I remember that movie. And anybody didn't know what we're talking about. HBO did a series on the McDonald's Monopoly scandal. It turned out an insider was stealing the pieces and then picking who he wanted to win the prize. Very, very good point. So in that video, if you remember, they talked about the FBI looked into how the cards were being manufactured, and they're under a lock and seal facility, because I think those cards are made by the same places that make like Lotto gaming cards, which made me think to myself, do you think the manufacturing of sports cards is similar? Do you think they have requirements to like security clearance or like background check to come in? Do you think they check people or pat them down when they leave? I don't know, but that's a great example. It does make me think to myself too, would the FBI look into Panini if they were sending loaded packs to Backyard Breaks? Like if someone sent a sticky note to the FBI, Backyard Breaks has got an insider at Panini. Here's even another cooler story, guys. Think about this. Tracy Hackler had his computer hacked years ago. We're talking 5+ years ago. Within the last 10, but more than 5 years ago. I remember listening to the story. His computer was hacked. I think Sports Card Radio might have told me about that. And the FBI came and investigated, and they didn't really talk much about it. But why do you think they'd hack his computer? They're probably trying to get in there, try to get information on print runs or what products are coming out or releases or anything like that, right? So very interesting. Very interesting. What's up, Michael Ham? Big fan, man. I assume you're not making it for the National. If you are going up, let me know. I'm not a vertical. Yeah, I don't get up very early either. McDonald's Monopoly scandal. That was insane how that went down. Wasn't that insane, man? I mean, absolutely insane. Greed kills, baby. And, they were getting away with it for so long. How did they say that was bust? Like, who was the initial person that gave the tip? Remember, like, the woman who, like, and the thing was, winning wasn't necessarily a good thing, because winning, you got $20,000 a year, but you had to pay taxes on it. And then the woman had like to pay the person who gave her the winning ticket. HB had a nice doc on McMillions. Yep. Watching News Vivid earlier, and he did Beckett ad before it. Oh, the irony. Did he? I do it with my daughters. I stopped watching Neo a while ago. All he does is complain and doesn't bring any beneficial down to them. I'll be honest. I watch everybody. Even those I don't like, I watch and listen. Sometimes I get a nugget I didn't learn about. Like I learned yesterday that PwC is going to have raw cards on their site. And in regards to Neo, he does have some breaking news. He has interesting insight. I think what bothers me about Neo is I feel sometimes he's a little arrogant, little, I don't know. Arrogant, I think is the word. I mean, he got mad at me because I made a comment as tip jar. I just think for a guy who makes so many comments about how much money he's making from his advertising on his channel, I wouldn't be asking people to join my club, I guess is my opinion. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. First of all, I guess everybody can do what they want with their money. But he is what he is. I'm not going to knock him. I will tell you, he hasn't blocked me, so I appreciate that, right? And I watch his stuff because, like I said, every now and then there's a good nugget of information. So I'll leave it at that. My daughters enjoy collecting as much. That's awesome, man. Cultivate that. My kids were into it too, until they realized how much money they could make, and then they started selling out and they're into video games. And now I'm trying to get them into the earning video games. I'm like, if you're gonna video game, make me some crypto, kids. Claim once the shares not having the rest of it. Sugar Performance, thanks for being here, man. Thank you, man. Oh, that's a cool one. I'll say grunt. Back to that real quickly. On the daughters, man, you should get your daughters onto Women of the Hobby. Zach? I mean, if you reach out to Sam, why would Sam not want to have your daughters on? You could do that as a kids-only channel, no comments. I think that's also awesome for your daughters. You see the opportunity. So I'm a big fan of Elevate Sports Cards, those young men. So that's a great idea there. You just made me think about that there. Other channels, super fan of Brandon and his great channel. Again, it's a great channel. There are some great channels, so that's where I'm going. Let me know, man. If you end up driving it, let me know. Ziggy, just went back and watched the first part of the stream. I guess I worry starting talking that repacks would get. I think that I was seeing people. No, Hobby. Thanks for being here, man. I hope you understood my opinion. And again, I just don't like them. I don't like them. Sam, I am. I do not like them. I am. I don't know. I just don't. I told you, if you watch a video, I think they're a bad example. I think the best repack is one that's free that you give to kids only. Again, Hobby, I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate you responding. I've been blocked by people who, when I said I don't know why you're doing the repack product, I'll tell you, here's another thing that bothers me. When promoters are opening other people's repacks and telling you to buy theirs, there's these guys who were doing this a while back, and I watch their channel still, but they'd be like, "Hey, I just got this pack from Fat Jack's channel. He's a great channel. Look at this pack. It's hot, man. You should get one too." And he opens it. It's a great pack. Well, that to me is even worse. Like, I've been thinking to myself, your friend sent you a hot pack, and you're opening it deliberately, and you're pushing it back. That stuff just worries me. So, Hobby, just understand, man. I just can never promote or support repacks. And I'm going to burn this shirt. As an example this weekend. Maybe on Monday. I got a busy weekend. I got tournaments and stuff like that coming up. 3 people unsub. Oh, man. Oh, man, now I feel bad. I don't want you to unsub from the man. Oh, I feel terrible now. I feel terrible. I'm going to use all 3 of my accounts and resub. I'm going to leave it at that. Not against you, man. Not against you. I'm just going to say that you have to understand, I would be a hypocrite if I were to promote channels that do repacks. Just like I'm a hypocrite for wearing Jeff's shirt right now when he promoted the DAPS repack. That bothers me more than yours, Hobby, because like I said, Jeff has a bigger voice. And by telling people, "Oh, don't buy that hobby pack, buy a DAPS pack," I just want to vomit. Oh, my God. That's like hurts me, man. That hurts. Uncle Panini, in your case, game-winning tickets, hot boxes for all their friends and family. LOL, I'm just kidding. The uncle. That's funny, man. Hobby Hannah, hope you sleep well. Hey, guys, let's not pick on Hobby Hotline. Look, maybe Hobby, look, again, I want to influence you. I want you to think, laugh, and cry. So think about it. You got your packs. Do what you got to do. Maybe you won't do them again. Maybe you'll give some away. Maybe you'll think differently in the future, right? I can't. Jabs, unsubbing. Thanks, man. I understand, Ziggy. I know it wasn't your intention. I'd like to talk more. Hey, listen, I do encourage you. I have to drop off or I tell you come on the live stream right now. But listen, Hobby, let's do a conversation. Let's do an interview. We'll do a live or a recorded one, whichever you prefer, my channel or yours, and let's talk about it. Because, I think your intent is there. I'll give you an example. I'm actually reaching out to another good friend of mine who makes repacks. I'll give you a quick story. There's a breaker I use. I love this breaker, and he has repack product, and it bothers me every time. Every time he does it, I'd never buy in his repacks. I try not to say anything negative about it, but I've always been bugging him to stop doing it. Like, come on, man, stop doing the repacks. Please stop doing the repacks. And I'll tell you right now, what's really worse is that with the economy the way it is and the situation with cards and slabs, you're going to see more and more repacks and more scams and more people getting hurt from the hobby instead of helped in the hobby. So I just leave it at that. Guys, I got to run. I'm already late. Really appreciate everybody being here. Thank you very much. I hope I'm always keeping it real for you guys. You keep it real to me. Comments, feedback. Thank you. Thank you.